Hey home groups, welcome to session 7 in our Greater Things series. This week we're going to talk about the miracle of Jesus turning water into wine. Now this is an incredible story with lots of symbolism, but Kevin, starting with you, as we think about what Jesus did here with this first miracle, I mean, of all things, why is his first miracle turning water into wine?
Yeah, we have such a twisted perspective on that. Sometimes we think, oh, he's celebrating this big party, and something like that. But the point is so much more. It's a sign to what he is going to do and who he is. And specifically, as you think about the jars that they're filling, stone jars that hold 35 gallons, these are the jars of purification. And certainly Christ is that purification for every one of us. So I love that aspect of it.
Yeah, and beyond it being just a miracle, of course, John calls them signs, and it points to something that is to come. Ben, what do we make sense of as far as how this miraculous sign is pointing to in eternity?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many ways in the Old Testament and then carrying through the New and into Revelation where God uses the picture of wedding, of marriage, of God drawing people to himself. And we see how Christ is the bridegroom in the New Testament, specifically like Ephesians 5. And I think in this story, it's a tease towards that, where Jesus is saying, hey, I am the better bridegroom here. The bridegroom, we think of like it being on the family of the bride to do all the stuff. But really, in the Old Testament and in that day and age, there was a focus on the beauty of the bridegroom and his provision, which failed. And Jesus steps in and he is the better bridegroom. Ding, ding, ding. Think ahead to where he returns and he brings the church to himself as his bride. I think that's a nod to the future.
That's so good. Following this introductory video, there are going to be more questions on the screen for you to go through, home groups. So spend some time going through the text and spend some time in prayer. Have a great study together.